Hi everyone, this is Dino Chris from Prehistoric Facts and Colossal Fossils. Today's a Q&A episode, and let's actually get right to it, shall we? So, Wookzilla, is Metriacanthosaurus a megalosaur or not? It is not. It is actually part of a group of theropods that is actually in its own name, the Metriacanthosauridae, or Saurinae. And so its cousins are like Sinraptor, and it's got like a distant cousin, Yangchuanosaurus. So those are not megalosaurs. They're actually, so Metriacanthosaurus is not a megalosaur. And then you actually have a couple of other questions. Who would win, Megaraptor or Torvosaurus? I'll probably give the edge to Megaraptor on that one because of the bigger claws. And who would win, Saurophaganax or Acrocanthosaurus? Give me Saurophaganax, because Saurophaganax is larger and also it's probably got a stronger bite, but I mean that's just my guess though. And then more from you is who wins, Saurophaganax or Mompasaurus? Mompasaurus. Allosaurus or Acrocanthosaurus? Acrocanthosaurus. And Eutyrannus or Stegosaurus? Oh, that's a tough one. I would still say Stegosaurus because it's well armored. It's got the tail spikes, and also it's going to stand its ground pretty well. Eutyrannus hasn't really come across Stegosaurus that much, so I would probably say that that maybe Stegosaurus would have the edge a little bit, but there could be a possible chance that Eutyrannus could still be able to beat Stegosaurus. But that one could be a toss-up, but I'm going to give the edge to Stegosaurus on that one. And then, so, to Facebook questions. So, Benjamin from Hong Kong, is Albertosaurus the fastest of all large predatory dinosaurs? Yes and no. There are some dinosaurs that can be faster than it in terms of large predatory dinosaurs. Like Allosaurus, for example, could actually be faster than Albertosaurus, but I would still say Albertosaurus is still a little bit faster. But there could be another one out there that could actually be faster than Albertosaurus, but Albertosaurus can probably reach speeds between 25 and 30 miles per hour, so those are actually more likely. That is probably a good likely guess that it's probably really, really fast. How aggressive is Deinonychus? I have no idea. That behavior in terms of fossils like that is very, very difficult. Aggression really is so hard to predict, or hard to try to get a really good guess. Would it be aggressive in the wild? In ways of probably more likely, like, say, territorial disputes, food disputes, those sorts of things. But in terms of, like, if we went back in time and saw a Deinonychus, and it was looking at us, would it be aggressive? I think first and foremost it'd be a little bit more curious about what we are, because it would be we're going to be an animal that it's never seen before, and so it's going to be like, is it a predator? Is it prey? It's a tad bit bigger than me. Do we even dare try to attack it? I mean, I'm pretty sure it could attack us, but it all depends on what kind of aggression it's going to be. But I would probably say it's hard to predict that one. Could Electrosaurus easily take down a Gigantoraptor? Juveniles, yes, but adults, no, because adults are going to be way bigger than Electrosaurus, and Electrosaurus would only go after the young Gigantoraptors, because first and foremost, the adult can actually defend itself pretty well, whereas like the juveniles don't, and so the juveniles are actually easy targets, and so an adult Gigantoraptor would be a lot of trouble for Electrosaurus. But juveniles, easy pickings. And who would win, Allosaurus or Stegosaurus? It all depends. But I would probably say if it was adult versus adult, Stegosaurus. Because Stegosaurus would have the edge because it's got the defenses, and also Allosaurus would not dare go near an adult Stegosaurus. I mean, there's Jurassic Fight Club, for example. There's an episode about the Cleveland Lloyd Quarry, and in the Cleveland Lloyd Quarry, it was shown that multiple Allosauruses were going to go after the Stegosaurus because it was an easy target, because it was an adult Stegosaurus, because it was an easy target because it was stuck in the mud, and so that would actually be the case of like that could possibly be the case right there that it could be an adult, but in terms of like on solid ground type of combat, I would still say Stegosaurus would actually win that one, but Allosaurus would still go after the young Stegosauruses because the young Stegosauruses are very vulnerable. They don't have their defenses totally yet, and so it'd be pretty easy for an Allosaurus to actually pick off a young Stegosaurus, but an adult, no way. So I would still say Stegosaurus would actually have the upper hand if it was adult versus adult. But adult versus juvenile, the Allosaurus would beat an adult Allosaurus would easily take down a juvenile Stegosaurus, but an adult Stegosaurus taking on a juvenile Allosaurus, Stegosaurus is definitely going to win, and so you have 2 out of 3 there for Stegosaurus to win, is adult versus adult, and an adult Stegosaurus versus a juvenile Allosaurus. So there you have it. That would actually be the case, is that Stegosaurus would still win majority of the time, whereas Allosaurus would actually probably win, like, say, at least 10 to 20% of the time. And so there you have it. So that's all the questions that I have, and so next week would actually be a special episode. So let you guys know what kind of prehistoric animal I'm going to talk about. That would actually be a little bit earlier in the week that I'll be doing it, because I'm going to be out of town next weekend. So you're actually going to see an earlier episode of the an early special episode. So stay tuned for that. They'll probably happen on Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for Wednesday. And you can still send me questions about dinosaurs or any other prehistoric life by emailing me at dinochris71@gmail.com, or just go on my Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts with Dino Chris. Like the page, you actually post your questions in the comments section. And also for YouTubers out there, feel free to actually like this video, like every single video that is actually on this channel, and also subscribe and hit that and actually stomp on that notification bell, so that way you can actually be notified of every weekly video that I actually post, and so you can get up to date with that. And also I would actually be and some of you know the past month or so I've been putting down the Colossal Fossils website as a link in the description. So I'm going to be doing that every single time. So if you want to donate to Colossal Fossils, which is a nonprofit that I do work for, so please feel free to go and hit that link and actually donate as much as you want. And Colossal Fossils is willing to actually accept donations, and they're tax deductible, so you can actually be notified about that. And so feel free to do so, and also check out the website too, and see all the kinds of cool stuff that is actually on the website too. And also, I'll be doing Facebook Live videos. I'll be doing a Facebook Live video probably once every 2 weeks. So next week I'll actually be back doing a Facebook Live video that would actually be on Allosaurus. So you guys can actually check that out if you actually are a fan of the Facebook page, so check that out. And also make sure to keep your questions short to the point. You could also follow me on Twitter at CSGRALL. That's my Twitter page. I post pretty cool stuff on there. Also, take care of people around you. Also, for your younger people out there, make sure you're listening to your parents, your teachers, and your guardians. It's the best motivation you could have for good education. It's very important to have good education. With a good education, you get a good job in the future. And thank all the doctors, nurses, and the EMTs that are actually doing great work out there in this kind of pandemic, and so they need love, and also give them some support. And also, museums are actually having a hard time in this kind of pandemic, and feel free to actually donate to the museum that you really care about, and whether if it's local museum or even like a big museum that you actually have been to a number of times. And so please feel free to donate to your favorite museum. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next week.